Our top story: a cop enters a closed office. Then, 9 deafening shots ring out. Across the country, a high-speed tragedy unfolds in the dead of night. But the real shocker? The cold-blooded whispers caught on a hot mic. Then, a simple fast food stop completely spirals out of control, ending in a fatal nightmare nobody saw coming, followed by the pure absurdity of a legally blind man getting slapped in cuffs all over a walking cane. But to kick off today's video, let's look at the first case. A routine noise complaint where everyone claimed, "We're fine." So how exactly did it end with a shattered jaw and a massive lawsuit? Let's dive in.
Why are you shaking?
I don't know, that's good.
You're not going anywhere. So right now I'm telling you to turn around.
I'm not a kid. I'm not going to listen to that.
Okay, that's fine. Then you're going to get charged with a 148. We're going to get you some water, all right?
Good. That's
You all right? You all right?
Hey, that's all right.
They got a camera right there, but I don't think he's pointing towards us. You gonna be cool, dude?
Heart rate's currently 140, blood pressure 152 over 1. They did have to restrain him physically. Did do some closed fist blows to the head, along with some elbows. Got some contusions to the forehead and to the nose, some swelling to the eyebrows and the nose. But his pupils are 2 millimeters, non-reactive.
In the early morning of June 20th, 2025, at a little after 6 a.m. in Kansas City, Missouri, a McDonald's employee contacted police and asked for assistance. The employee reported that a man had entered the restaurant's restroom and remained inside for more than an hour, despite repeated requests for him to come out. A nearby patrol unit was dispatched immediately.
You've been in here for over an hour.
No, I just got here like 6 o'clock in the morning.
You've been here for over an hour, and the employees want you to leave. You need to come out now. What was that? I can't hear you. Yeah, well, you're being trespassed because you've been in here for over an hour. You hear me?
Yeah.
Hurry up. Hurry up. What's your first name? Yes, it does. What's your first name? You're being trespassed. So what's your first name? What was it? It means you're not allowed to come back here anymore. At all. What is your first name?
My name's Peter.
What?
Peter.
Peter? Peter, what's your last name? Spell it for me.
I'm coming to the restaurant.
Peter, how do you spell your last name? Is that a B as in boy?
I think so.
What do you mean you think so?
What do you guys think?
So say it again. Say it slow.
B-I-L-L-A-L-O.
B-I-L-L-A-L-O?
Yeah, B-I-L-L.
So B-I-L-L-A-L-O.
B-I-L-L.
Okay, and then what is your date of birth?
May 9th.
What?
May 9th.
Of what year?
May.
What?
May.
May 9th of what year?
98.
98? How old are you?
27.
You know, if you're lying to me about your date of birth, that's going to be worse, right? It doesn't matter. How do you not know your date of birth? You need to come out. You've been in for over an hour. You need to come out now before I go in there and I pull you out. You heard what I said. You've been in there for over an hour. You need to leave now.
When officers arrived, the man still refused to leave the restroom stall. According to McDonald's staff, the restaurant had issued a trespass order against him, meaning that from that moment on, he was no longer permitted to be on the property. If he intentionally returned, he would be arrested immediately. Officers recorded the man's identity and date of birth while continuing to instruct him to leave the area. As soon as he cracked the door open and stepped out, the man immediately went back inside, locked the door again, and slammed it shut as if trying to prevent anyone from approaching him.
Why did you just lock that door?
Oh, I just closed it, but
You locked it. I saw you. Wash your hands. Step outside. You're gonna go over by my vehicle.
I didn't know what was going.
You're gonna stay over by my vehicle while I verify your identity.
Yeah.
Right over here.
I'm not doing
Lean up against my bumper.
I'm not doing that. I'm not going.
I said lean up against
No,
my
I have to
bumper.
go. I'm too young.
What?
I'm too young. I'm not going with you, dude.
What do you mean you're not going with me?
No, I'm just a kid. I can't.
I told you that you're gonna lean up here while I verify your ID.
I mean, that's all. I'm not going to jail.
Did you hear what I said?
Yeah, I heard you. No, I'm not doing that. I don't have to do that.
Lean up against the.
I don't have to. I'm not a kid. I'm not doing nothing wrong. I'm just not a
Turn
kid.
around.
I'm not going to hurt me like that.
Turn around.
No, you
Turn
can't hurt me. I just came out the
Turn
room.
around.
You can't hurt me, dog. No, I'm not doing
Turn
that.
around.
Hey,
You're gonna make me call. You're gonna make me call for somebody else to
I don't
come.
give a going on for, dog. Don't fucking-
Hey,
I'm not.
then just listen to what I'm saying. I'm not saying put your hands on the hood. I'm telling you to lean up against my vehicle.
Oh.
So turn around.
I don't have to do that. dog.
Turn around. I'm verifying your ID because you're being trespassed.
Well, everybody else is trespassing.
Maybe if you would have listened the first time, you wouldn't be trespassed. But you didn't listen the first time.
Officers instructed him to remain where he was so they could continue verifying his identity. But the man clearly showed a lack of cooperation and did not want to follow their instructions.
So they want you trespassed. Did you give me your real identity or did you give me a fake
I gave
identity?
you my real identity. My name's Peter.
What?
My name's Peter.
Peter, and spell your last name for me one more time.
Lobos. V-I-L-L.
So V as in Victor, not B as in boy.
No, V as in victory. I as in.
Why are you shaking?
I don't know what that's doing.
At that point, he appeared mentally distressed. His hands seemed unsure of where to go. His body was restless and uneasy, and he trembled continuously as if he could not control it.
Spell your last name one more time.
V-I-I-L-L.
V-I-L-L.
A-L.
A-L.
O-B.
O what?
B.
B-O-S.
O-S.
So you lied to me about your last name.
No, I'm not lying. I'm not lying.
Stop looking around. What is your date of birth? How do you not know your date of birth?
It's,
If you don't tell me your date of birth, I'm going to put you in
okay, it's
handcuffs.
1998. I don't remember. I don't have anything. I don't have no idea.
How does someone not remember their birthday?
Ironically, earlier, while still inside the restroom, the man had been able to clearly provide his date of birth. Yet by this point, he claimed that his mind had gone blank and that he could no longer remember his own birthday.
That's something you celebrate every year as a kid. That's something that you have to write down on a lot of paperwork as an adult. Lean up against my vehicle.
I'm not doing it wrong. I'm not going anywhere.
You're getting trespassed.
Okay, I'll get you trespassed.
No, lean up against my vehicle. I'm verifying your identity.
I don't have no identity to show you that.
You do. Everybody does.
No, I don't.
What is your date of birth?
It's, May, no.
Peter, look at me. If you're trying to lie, you're going to go to jail. If you're lying to me, you're going to jail.
I'm not lying.
Well, it seems like you're lying. You're trying to tell me you don't know your birthday. You give me a fake last name the first time. What is your date of birth?
Why are you lying?
What is your date of birth?
I can't tell you that. I don't remember.
What is your date of birth?
I don't have one.
Okay, so what I want you to do is you're going to turn around and put your hands behind your back.
I'm not going with you.
I'm going to handcuff you until I verify your identity.
Okay, I'll try to say, can I write it on paper? Can I get a part of the paper?
He then asked officers if they could give him a piece of paper and a pen so he could write down his date of birth himself, but the request was immediately denied.
Turn around.
I'm not going with you, bro. I'm not.
You're not going anywhere. So right now, I'm telling you to turn around.
I'm not a kid. I'm not going to listen to that.
Okay, that's fine. Then you're going to get charged with the 148.
I'm not doing nothing.
Yes.
Nope. I'm not going to fuck with it. I'm not doing this. I mean,
turn around.
I'm not doing this shit.
Turn around. Turn around.
I'm not going with it.
Turn around. You hear me?
I'm not going to.
The situation eventually forced officers to pin him against the hood of a nearby vehicle in order to place him in handcuffs. Even then, the man continued to resist and refused to cooperate.
You hear me? You hear me?
Yes, I hear.
The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to ask for a partner to come over here, and we're going to put you in handcuffs, and we're going to put you in the backseat of my car. I'm going to take you to jail if you do not comply.
Okay, I'm going to comply with you.
Then put your hands behind your back right
not gonna do
now
that.
until I verify your identity. Once I verify your identity, I will let you go.
What do you mean my identity? What are you talking about?
Who you are. So put your hand behind your back.
No, I'm not doing that.
Did you hear me? Put your hand behind your back.
I'm not doing that, dog. I'm not doing that. I'm doing it, dog.
243, can I get a 1110 to my location?
I'm not even doing that.
Stop.
Hey, I'm not fucking, man. Homie, back up. I'm not going to fight you, dog.
Then stop.
Too big.
Then stop.
Listen, I'm leaving right now.
You're not leaving right now. I have to verify who you are so I can trespass you.
I don't give a fuck who you think I am. I'm not listening to you, dog. I'm not going to force you. I just want to go home. I just want to go home, dude.
Well, you're not going to go home if you don't listen.
Shortly afterward, another officer arrived on scene to assist.
Mr. Brown,
Trying to ID this guy for a trespass. He was in there for over an hour, refusing to leave even when I was here, and now he's not complying.
what do you mean? It's not just a I'm not doing shit. What's your name, brother? What's your name? Don't fuck me. You can't fuck me.
Is there anything I can say to you to get you to comply right now, sir?
What do you mean comply?
See how you're resisting me? I haven't patted you down for weapons. I don't know what you have.
I have nothing. You just trying to hit my pocket and see what the
Okay,
fuck.
then put your hand on your back so I can do that. This is how we do things.
No, I'm good. I'm not doing
Are you going to comply or you're not going to comply?
Okay, wait, I'm sorry. I'm fucking hard, bro.
Well, are you going to comply or not?
What do you mean comply? What does that even mean?
Whether he was pretending or genuinely did not understand remains unclear, but the man appeared extremely confused by what the officers were saying. He asked what the word compliant meant, and earlier had also wanted to know the meaning of the word identity.
I'm about to throw you on the ground.
Okay, what am I doing wrong?
Put your hand behind your back.
You gotta let go of my arm, bro.
Put your hand behind your back.
All right, bro. Okay, bro.
After repeatedly giving commands that he continued to ignore, officers were forced to physically restrain him in order to handcuff him. During the struggle, one officer's body camera fell to the ground, while the patrol car camera continued recording the entire incident. When the man still refused to cooperate, the two officers took turns delivering punches in an effort to make him stop resisting. Footage from a nearby security camera shows that after the man was taken to the ground, the two officers immediately rushed in and attempted to hold him still so they could handcuff him. However, he continued refusing to place his hands behind his back, forcing the officers to take turns delivering multiple punches while he remained on the ground, resisting. It took nearly 2 minutes before they were finally able to fully restrain him.
You hurt or injured, sir?
Is that true?
Are you hurt or injured, sir? You hurt? Yeah, what hurts? What?
I'm too hurt.
What hurts?
My arms.
Okay, what else?
I'm chasing water.
Get that from me. I need you to sit up right now. We got paramedics come check on you.
Can I have a little water?
Yeah, we're going to get you some water, all right?
In the footage, one officer can be seen staring down at his hand, apparently because the punch he had just thrown was powerful enough to hurt his own hand.
Have water. Can I have some
You all
water?
right? You all right?
Hey, can I have some water?
Yeah.
The officer even checked his fist a second time.
What's your last name?
Yeah, almost.
Yeah, Lobos?
I got his, I don't got his date of birth.
I'll get it.
All right here.
You good?
Yeah. Yep.
Anybody see it or not?
I don't know. We have one guy walk up on us. I don't know where he went. And then a couple of guys driving through the drive-thru. They got a camera right there, but I don't think he's pointing towards us.
During the restraint, one officer stated that the area was definitely covered by surveillance cameras, but perhaps those cameras would not clearly capture the moment he had just used force to restrain the suspect.
We just comply, dude. I don't know the word. You got a warrant or something?
The man began crying out that his entire body was in unbearable pain. Officers immediately requested medical assistance. He was quickly loaded into an ambulance and transported directly to a hospital for further evaluation.
We can probably leave for now.
You gonna be cool, dude? Yeah? Alright, I don't want no problems, right, man? Just like I said from the very beginning.
And then they'll go through here, through there.
Contusions and some minor swelling in the forehead, other side of his face, like his nose. And that's pretty much it, but just some contusions to his forehead and his nose.
I think his knees, too.
Yeah, his knees too.
Doesn't know what year it is. Can't remember the events. There we go.
In a second, all right?
Hey, Brad.
Yes.
I'm gonna swap you with Bobby, because Bobby's got to still do the report anyway, so he's got a copy of the answers on the Fernandez.
Not complaining of any chest pain right now, just complaining of overall all body pain. Heart rate's currently 140, SpO2 100 on the room air. Blood sugar was 213. He's denying any drugs or alcohol, but he's acting erratic.
This look is changing to panic, so...
No.
Is he, OG stats are good?
Yeah, OG stats are good. Blood pressure 152 over 104.
He's going to that other look.
There, medical personnel noticed that his appearance had changed noticeably and that he appeared visibly frightened. At the same time, his blood pressure and heart rate had risen to unusually high levels.
Respiratory rate is going to be elevated at about 26. Do you have any chest pain right now? Yeah. What else hurts? Your back? What do you smoke meth or do you do coke or what? I don't know. You don't know? Keep your arm like this.
He was immediately taken into the emergency room for urgent medical intervention.
Good morning. This is Peter. Here's the police. He's a 27-year-old male. So chief complaints will be full body pain. He was detained by 2 police officers today. He got trespassed from McDonald's. He was being combative and agitated. Tried to run from them. They did have to restrain him physically. Did do some closed fist blows to the head, along with some elbows. Got some contusions to the forehead and to the nose, some swelling to the eyebrows and the nose. Other contusions to the knees and lower extremities. Besides that, no other signs of pain. Stacking in the 140s. O2's getting at 100. Blood pressure's a little.
The man's vital signs deteriorated rapidly. After nearly 2 hours of life-saving efforts, the hospital officially pronounced him dead at 9:42 a.m. It was later confirmed that the victim was 27-year-old Peter Villalobos, who was wanted on an outstanding warrant for drug possession. When the police body camera footage was released, outrage immediately erupted across social media. Many people wrote, Peter simply spent a little too long in a McDonald's restroom, yet he ended up losing his life that same day. It's absolutely heartbreaking. His behavior showed several signs commonly associated with autism: repetitive finger movements, avoiding direct eye contact, and difficulty understanding words such as compliant and identity. He kept asking, "What does that word mean?" The first officer appeared patient and followed procedure, while Peter was clearly panicked and confused. The 2 officers may have received professional training, but they seemed completely unprepared when it came to interacting with autistic individuals or other vulnerable people. Other comments emphasized, McDonald's only asked police to have him leave the property. Once Peter stepped outside and prepared to leave, he had already done exactly that, but officers stopped him to verify his identity. That had nothing to do with asking him to leave and only kept him there longer. He never went back into the restricted area. They could have simply let him go, and this tragedy might never have happened. Others were even more outraged. These two officers clearly used excessive force. He wasn't carrying a weapon, yet they punched him in the head and body repeatedly for several minutes. Hard enough that one officer even injured his own hand. They thought that once the body camera fell to the ground, nobody would see what happened. And one officer even remarked that the cameras nearby probably wouldn't capture it. What they didn't realize was that a distant surveillance camera recorded the entire incident. Those two officers should be prosecuted for murder. From a legal standpoint, this case raises questions involving trespassing enforcement, lawful detention, use of force, and the duty of care owed to individuals in police custody. Once McDonald's issued a trespass warning, officers had the authority to remove Peter from the property. However, critics argue that the continued detention and escalation of force may have exceeded what was reasonably necessary under the circumstances. The case also highlights legal concerns regarding interactions with potentially vulnerable individuals, including those displaying signs of autism or mental distress. Any determination of criminal or civil liability would depend on whether the officer's actions complied with departmental policy, state law, and constitutional standards governing reasonable force. That brutal takedown is shocking, but just wait until we reveal a sheriff executing a judge later. First, watch how a blind man's cane sparked a wild arrest.
So I need to speak to people separately when it's a domestic violence possible issue.
Okay, I'm going.
Stop. Stop. You're under arrest.
This woman was just supposed to go through a routine police check, but wound up in the hospital with a busted jaw and a crazy list of injuries.
Okay, you're under arrest.
No, I'm not.
Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands
Stop
behind
it.
your back.
You're
Put your hands behind your back. Put
wrong.
your hands behind your back.
He just hit me in the face.
Put your
Roll over. I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing.
The whole thing went down in December 2020 out in Utah. Things got heated out of nowhere when local cops got a frantic 911 call from a worried landlord. He claimed his tenant was being seriously harassed, and the one causing all the ruckus was none other than the guy's ex-wife. She was right up against her ex's car, screaming her head off and blocking him from driving away, so the cops showed up in a flash. But get this, both of them totally denied everything, acting like nothing even happened. To get the real story, let's look at the body cam footage.
Hi. How you doing?
Oh, good. How are you doing?
Good. We had a call about a disturbance here.
There's no disturbance here. I'm not here. We're just talking.
Okay. Well, it looks like
We haven't yelled or nothing.
looks like you're trying to talk to someone that doesn't want to talk.
No, he had his window down. We've been talking. We had some house stuff to talk about and stuff, and we're just talking. He just keep him warm, I reckon. I don't know. I didn't ask him to get out.
Well, his window was rolled up. That's weird.
Well, you weren't here the whole time because his window wasn't rolled up. He rolled it up when he turned on his heater. But
She's leaving and I'm going.
We're not. There's no disturbance. Somebody lied to you. I would get them for false reporting because we hadn't had any disturbance.
Okay.
Not that I know of.
So are you doing okay?
Oh, good. I'm good. Good. I'm just going in and she's leaving. So.
Yeah, we were just talking about some stuff.
Was there somebody else here? Because I'm confused now.
I am too. We didn't hear anything. Nobody's yelling.
Yelling through my window or something.
No, I was not yelling.
Talking loud, excuse me.
No, I was talking just like that. I wasn't talking loud.
What's your name?
Monty.
No, we haven't talked. I talk like this.
Are you guys ex?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Ex-wife?
So
Okay.
we still have some.
Who's the landlord?
Jeremy?
Any idea why he'd be calling?
Maybe she was yelling through the
No,
window.
but maybe I don't know. Monty, I was not yelling. And
Well,
you
I had
know
the
it.
window closed. Maybe.
No, I was talking. This is as loud as I talk, so you can call that loud. And maybe tell him.
How
to
far
come
out
out
are
here.
you?
I ain't talking loud. We were just talking, and he hadn't even. We don't have any issue. We were just talking about.
Can I just talk to you inside later in just a
Sure.
sec?
Sure.
Excellent, thanks.
Sure.
Okay. No, I was just leaving. We were just talking. That's all we were doing. We're not arguing. You're not mad.
Okay.
Nothing.
Can you take your hands out of your pockets for me?
Why?
Well,
You're cold.
Can you just keep them out of your pockets, please?
No, I don't have. You don't feel? I don't have
Can you-
anything in my pockets. Well, don't
you,
be silly.
Why don't you settle down a little bit, okay? It's something I do for my
If somebody comes
safety.
up and harassing you, you would get a little like, why are you harassing me? I didn't do nothing wrong. So
Who's harassing you?
It feels like harassment.
I'm just
So,
asking you what's going on. I need you to stay here.
I'm not doing anything wrong.
I'm investigating
He told
a
you.
potential crime, okay?
There's for crying out loud.
Okay.
Now you're
I
exaggerating.
need you to settle down.
There's no.
Based on the information
You know what?
I got,
can talk,
based on the
and
information
you're
I was
not-
given.
You're not in power
Okay,
over anybody.
I'm about to put you in handcuffs if
no,
you don't
you're
stop.
not putting me in handcuffs.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
So let me tell you
I've
what
done
the call
nothing
was.
Wrong. I've done nothing.
Let me tell you what the report
I don't
was.
care what the report was. He just told you we weren't doing anything, and we are the two people involved.
Nah, normal speed's fine.
So
we got a call that you were being disorderly out in front of the house.
that's a lie.
That you were shouting at him,
No shouting.
and that you were not letting him get out of the car.
Never did. I was just standing there talking. We were just talking. He never said, move, I'm going to get out of the car. He had the heater on. He turned it off. He started the car back, and we were just talking.
Okay.
And I was leaving. We were about, I gave him a piece of mail that came to the house that he needed. And then we started talking about, we got to sell the house. And we were talking about pricing and just different things.
Okay.
We weren't arguing at all. There was no
Well, can you understand how it would look to me when I come walking up here and his window's rolled up and you're being kind of loud?
You know what? I wasn't being kind of loud. That's a lie. You can say it all you want. Don't make it true. Your opinion
Okay.
doesn't make facts true. So,
What's your name?
Greta.
What's your last
The same as his.
What's your date of birth? Okay.
There is nothing. Go get whoever said that.
Well, that's what I'm
Monty
going
just,
to.
You
as
know
soon
what?
as I-
Me and Monty.
Can you just stand
Listen,
still, please?
Don't tell me how to move. You're not God.
I just
Get
asked
over
you
it.
to please stand still.
I asked you to quit bossing me around. I'm not doing nothing wrong.
I asked you. I'm not bossing.
You know what you're doing, sir. You
I
know what
asked
you're
you
doing.
to stand
You
still,
know
please.
what you're doing. Stop.
Will you
Your
please?
ego is out of control.
I
Just
said
stop.
please. Will you please just settle
I'm not
down?
doing anything wrong.
We were having a perfectly
You know
fine
what?
conversation.
Both the ex-husband and ex-wife stuck to their story, swearing up and down that nothing happened. Picture this. The ex is sitting in his car. She's standing right outside, and what probably started as a few words quickly blew up into a massive screaming match. The landlord saw the whole thing unfold, and he was the one who actually called the cops for help. Yet, the second the officers arrived, the couple played dumb, trying to sweep the whole fight under the rug. Honestly, it could have ended right there since both said everything was fine, but the cops wouldn't drop it and kept pushing the woman to confess there was a problem. Which brings up an interesting question. Was the cop just being a busybody sticking his nose where it didn't belong? Or was he just doing his job by the book?
Me and Monty, did he tell you there was no problem? Did I tell you no problem?
Well, people.
And we didn't see anybody.
So I need to speak to people separately when it's a domestic violence
There's
possible issue.
Okay, I'm going.
Stop. Stop. You're under
You know
arrest.
what?
Okay, you're under
No,
arrest.
I'm not.
Put your
Don't-
hands behind your back.
Don't
Put your hands
stop
behind
it.
your back.
You're
Put your hands behind your back. You are under arrest.
Okay, I'm not doing nothing.
Put your hands behind your back. Stop resisting.
Ow, you hurt.
Stop resisting.
I'm not doing nothing.
Stop resisting.
I'm not doing nothing.
Stop
Just
resisting.
Just stop right now.
Stop resisting.
Okay,
Put your hands behind your back.
I am. Stop
Put your
right
hands
now.
behind your back.
Stop right now.
Yes,
Stop.
expedite
You're
now.
out. No, you're lying.
Put your hands behind your back.
No,
Put your
I'm
hands
not.
behind your back.
I didn't do nothing, sir.
Put your other hand behind
Please
your back.
stop.
Put
Please
your
don't make
other
this
hand-
something it's not.
Put your hand
I had
behind your
shoulder
back.
surgery. Will you stop?
Put your other hand behind
No,
your back
I
then.
didn't do nothing.
Put your other hand behind your back.
Listen, stop. Just stop right now. Stop.
Behind you.
You are harassing me. Please stop.
Put your hand behind your back.
I'm not doing nothing. I don't have a weapon.
Put your hand behind your
I'm
back.
not doing nothing wrong.
Put your hand behind
Ow,
your
you
back.
hit my head. Please
Put
stop.
your hand behind
I'm
your
not
back.
doing nothing
Put
wrong.
your hand behind your back.
He just hit me in the face.
Put your
Christ. I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing. I did nothing. He hit me in the face.
Okay.
He hit me in the face.
Stop.
He hit me in the face, please.
stop.
All I did was walk off. That's all I did.
Yeah.
That's all I did. I didn't do nothing.
Stop. We'll figure it
I
out.
did not do nothing. He hit me in the face like 3 times.
Figure it
You've
out.
got a lawsuit. You've got a lawsuit. You thought you cannot do that to somebody. I didn't do nothing. I did nothing. Get the medical here. Get medical here. Right now. Right now. He busted my jaw. He busted my jaw. I didn't even move my hand. I didn't do anything. On my jaw. This is not my jaw. All I did was just say I'm leaving. He has nothing. I didn't do nothing. You know what? This ain't right. This ain't right. And look what he just did to me.
Let's give us a sec to work through
No.
everything, okay?
You got a lawsuit, buddy. I didn't do nothing. I did not do nothing.
We gotta take this one step at a time, all right? Or
I
how are
did
those
not do
handcuffs
nothing.
feeling?
Did not do anything.
Okay. How do those handcuffs
Did
feel?
not do anything. I didn't do anything. I was talking to him and asking him this question. He came up here and me and Monty were talking. We did nothing. We even told him we did nothing.
Here's what we're gonna do.
No, you saw it. He did it. He knocked me on the ground. He hit my face up against the sidewalk.
Hello.
Officers, I'm so sorry.
Are you the
About that.
owner then?
Yes.
Okay. Like, he was fine with me.
Okay.
And we've had no issue. Monty's been great. He's a good neighbor. He's a good tenant. He's good. From all accounts, she provokes him.
Things took a dark turn during the takedown. Instead of a standard arrest, the cop went total brute force, hitting the woman right in the face, breaking her jaw, and leaving her with injuries to her shoulder, elbow, head, and neck. The victim, Greta Jensen, said she was slammed into the concrete driveway 3 times by John Joubert, an officer with the Bountiful Police Department. The crazy irony? Right after that, Greta was the one slapped with charges for resisting arrest and disorderly conduct. Just a month later, the DA dropped all the charges, but Greta wasn't about to just let an unprovoked beatdown slide. 4 months down the line, an internal affairs investigation concluded Joubert crossed the line, calling the punches to her face unnecessary and unreasonable. His punishment was a slap on the wrist, a written warning, and mandatory remedial defensive tactics training. Get this, Joubert had been on the force for 15 years with a clean record, and he actually pushed back against the findings, insisting his actions were reasonable and necessary. Fed up with the nonsense, Greta sued Joubert and the City of Bountiful in Utah's Federal District Court, alleging Fourth Amendment violations and demanding $1 million in damages. The case was handed over to a local judge, but almost 4 years later, there's still no final verdict. Word on the street is that if the court finally rules, Greta is looking at a massive payout. Honestly, it makes my blood boil seeing a woman seeking justice have to suffer and wait nearly 4 years just to get her day in court. This whole mess is a stark reminder that the wheels of justice turn slow, and justice delayed is justice denied. Under U.S. law, cops are authorized to use force, but it's strictly capped by what's necessary and reasonable. Cross that line, and they're facing constitutional lawsuits and heavy civil damages. Let today's story be a reality check. No matter where you are, power has got to come with accountability. A punch like that doesn't just leave physical scars. It totally shatters the public's trust in the justice system. And when that trust is broken, society as a whole ends up footing the bill. Spread the word so we can all step up and protect our legal rights under the law. Arresting a blind man is pure ego, yet soon you'll hear a cop laughing over a student's death. Up next though, a McDonald's bathroom break turns deadly.
What's this in your back pocket? It looks like you're carrying a gun in your back pocket. I'm stopping to make sure you're carrying it properly. You can't see it. You don't have to be a dick to me.
Well, you're being one to me.
This footage comes straight from Jim, the guy right in the middle of this whole mess. It all went down in Columbia County, Florida, bright and early on October 31st, 2022. 61-year-old Jim woke up early for jury duty, a civic duty we all gotta deal with here in the States. Come to find out, Jim's eyesight is shot. He's legally blind. So in that dim early morning light, he relies on a walking cane just to get around. Once the sun's fully up, he can manage without it. He gets to the courthouse only to be told jury duty is canceled for the day. So he heads on home. On his way back, a Columbia County cop named Jamie thought she spotted something suspicious.
Hi there.
Hey.
What's this in your back pocket? I just saw you walking it.
It's a navigational aids. What's the problem? You a tyrant?
Yeah, I am actually. What's your name and date of birth?
Look, a lot of folks here get pretty heated when the cops pull them over. But even if you curse out a cop, it's still protected under the First Amendment as free speech. At this point, Jim fires back and asks the cop, "Are you a tyrant?" And without missing a beat, she deadpans, "Yes, I am." That right there took the tension to a whole new level.
I don't have to give that unless
Yes, sir. I was investigating.
You have reasonable.
Do you want me to put you in handcuffs right now? Yes, sir, I do.
What is your suspicion?
It looks like you're carrying a gun in your back pocket. I'm stopping to make sure you're carrying it properly. You don't
have you ensured that it's not a firearm?
No, you keep turning so I can't see it. You don't have to be a dick to me.
Jim suddenly pulls his walking cane out of his back pocket to show her it's absolutely not a gun. While he's making this supposedly dangerous move, the cop doesn't even flinch or step back. Makes you really wonder if her excuse for stopping him in the first place was total garbage. It's exactly this kind of nonsense that gives people a bad taste in their mouth about the police.
Well, you're being one to me.
No, sir, I'm doing my job.
Am I detained?
Yeah, you are. What's your name and date of birth?
It does not matter.
Yes, sir, it does.
Do you have a crime?
Would you like me
Call
to
your
put you in here?
supervisor,
He's right
please.
here.
All right.
You don't.
Sir, what's she stop you for? For a walking stick.
So,
and it could look like a weapon. She asked you to present it, okay? Now she's asking me for ID. Okay. I don't need the ID unless there's reasonable articulated suspicion that I have committed a crime, am committing a crime, or about to do a crime. Sir, and her suspicion was that you were armed, okay? And she's asking you for your ID. Well, now she has verified that I am not armed, okay? So there is no problem. Do you have your ID or not?
Even after Jim proved her initial suspicion was a total misunderstanding, now the Fourth Amendment of the U.S. Constitution is crystal clear. Citizens have the right to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures.
I do have my ID, but you don't need it, okay?
Jim stood his ground and refused to show ID. But these two cops still decided to slap cuffs on a 61-year-old blind man.
There, you deserve it.
77 Whiskey Mike detained. I don't know where his wallet is.
Where's your wallet at, sir? I don't have a wallet on me.
Okay, where's your ID?
Where's your ID at? Pocket. Which pocket? You are not allowed to search me.
In this pocket.
They completely ignored his lawful refusal to be searched and started digging through his pockets for his ID anyway.
There you go.
Thank you.
I want your names and badge numbers.
1257 on Nick 65427.
Despite being wrongfully cuffed, Jim kept his cool, didn't argue, and just calmly asked for their names and badge numbers.
Sir, are you legally blind? Yes, I am. Okay. I had to walk up here in the dark for jury duty, which was canceled. Why aren't you using your stick? You don't have to use your stick all the time? Not all the time.
26. Green. All right, Mr. Hodges. Was that hard?
It's gonna be. I want your name and your badge number. I put him in jail for resisting.
Okay.
Dispatch ran his info and confirmed his record was completely clean. But when Jim asked for their names and badge numbers a second time, the senior officer got an attitude and decided to haul Jim, who hadn't committed a single crime, off to jail.
All right, let's go.
I want your name and badge number too, sir.
Have a seat.
You want to pick my property up, please?
I sure will, after you have a seat.
You want to pull this out of my back pocket?
Sure. Here, I'll grab your jacket for you, too.
Jim ended up sitting in a local lockup for 26 solid hours. Afterwards, he filed a request to get the police body cam footage of his arrest and threw it up on his own channel. The video blew up fast, grabbing attention all across the country. A lot of folks figured the cops only dragged him in because their egos got bruised. After all this went down, Jim announced he's suing both the cops and the department.
This is not a weapon. This is an aid to a man who's legally blind.
Well, I've always been the kind of person that don't really take things lying down. But I made up my mind to properly, and it is the law in Florida, that you are supposed to resist unlawful orders. So I made up my mind to properly, legally, and as maturely as possible, given the circumstances, to fight back.
The sheriff over at the department had to scramble to do some damage control. Sheriff Connor stated that on November 3rd, 2022, the department launched an internal affairs investigation into the officers involved.
As a result of these findings, Sergeant Harrison will be demoted immediately, suspended without pay for 7 days, and will not be eligible for any favorable action for 2 years. Deputy Godey will be suspended without pay for 2 days. Both deputies will be required to undergo remedial training pertaining to civil rights. As sheriff, I take full responsibility for this event and want to extend my sincere apologies to Mr. Hodges for the actions of my deputies. I do not feel these deputies' actions were guided by ill intent, but rather by frustration and failure to rely on their training.
But a lot of Americans were ticked off at how the department handled it. One commenter laid it out perfectly. These so-called law enforcement officers, who straight up violated the Fourth Amendment, proudly called themselves tyrants and abused their power to falsely arrest and lock up a legally blind man, should have been fired on the spot and hit with criminal charges for breaking the law, instead of just getting a few days of unpaid suspension. Right now, there's still no official word on whether Jim's getting a payout from the lawsuit. Jim's situation is absolutely infuriating and shines a massive spotlight on police overreach. Even though the Fourth Amendment is literally designed to protect us from this kind of BS, in reality, those rights still get trampled on. The hard truth here, keeping your cool and knowing the law inside and out is your ultimate weapon against the system. What do you think? Was a quick suspension enough for these two cops? Drop a comment and let me know your take. Peter's tragic end is heartbreaking. Speaking of heartless cops, brace yourself for our next case, a speeding patrol car and a chillingly cold mic slip. An international student was struck by a police vehicle traveling nearly 75 miles per hour, and her life was gone in an instant.
But she is. No, it's a regular person. Yeah, $11,000. She was 26 anyway. She had limited value.
On a chilly evening in Seattle, an unexpected incident took place. It was January 24th, 2023, and Officer Kevin was carrying out his routine patrol shift.
708 to start. The person of an overdosing is calling it in himself. His name is Alex. He's refused to give the rest of the name.
Suddenly, an emergency dispatch came through. A young man was in a life-threatening condition after a suspected drug overdose. The situation was serious enough to require an immediate police response. In America, the only thing that might arrive faster than food delivery is the police in situations like this.
I'm copying that page.
Without hesitation, Kevin immediately switched into emergency response mode, activated his emergency lights, stepped on the gas, and headed toward the designated location. Notably, even though he was responding to an emergency, he did not keep his siren activated continuously as officers normally do. Instead, he used it only when necessary to signal nearby drivers to yield. Just seconds after driving through a red light, Officer Kevin's patrol vehicle was speeding at approximately 74 miles per hour, while the posted speed limit on that road was only 25 miles per hour. The dashcam captured the entire incident. The moment the vehicle crossed the first pedestrian crosswalk line, a woman suddenly appeared, crossing the street as if she were racing against fate itself. Traveling at such a high speed, Kevin had no time to react. The collision occurred instantly, shattering the passenger side windshield and severely denting the hood of the patrol car.
Three Mary 2, started supervisor, start fire for a struck pedestrian.
Is it the same location, sir?
Negative, I'm gonna be on Aurora.
Kevin immediately stopped the vehicle and rushed out to provide aid to the injured woman. Just minutes later, paramedics and fellow officers arrived at the scene.
In the crosswalk, she saw me, she started running through the crosswalk. Slammed on my brakes. Instead of staying back where she should before crossing.
In his initial report, Kevin told his colleagues that the woman had been attempting to cross the street. According to him, when she saw the police vehicle approaching, instead of stopping, she tried to run faster, a risky decision.
5, 6, 7.
Despite the best efforts of emergency medical personnel at the scene, the young woman did not survive her injuries. The victim was 23-year-old Jasnavi Kandala. She was an international student from India, pursuing a graduate degree at Northeastern University, one of the most prestigious universities in the United States, frequently ranked among the top 10 nationwide and top 50 globally. The subsequent investigation found that at the moment of impact, the police vehicle was traveling at approximately 63 miles per hour, causing Kandala's body to be thrown nearly 138 feet, a heartbreaking distance. Immediately following the collision, internal investigators launched an inquiry to determine whether the officer involved had been under the influence of drugs or alcohol. The investigation was assigned to 53-year-old Detective Daniel, a veteran investigator who not only had extensive experience in forensic examinations, but also served as vice president of the Seattle Police Officers Guild. The results showed that Kevin was completely sober at the time of the crash, with no signs of alcohol or drug impairment. However, just hours after the collision, footage from a body-worn camera sparked widespread public outrage. A conversation between Detective Daniel and the president of the police union revealed a chilling perspective, one that raised concerns not about the law, but about basic human decency.
Oh, he's good. He says, well, normally we don't give voluntary statements. And I said, hey, you're going to have to decide if you wanted to give a statement or not, but it does not seem like there's a criminal investigation going on. Otherwise, there would be other... What's that? Yeah. Otherwise, there might be other people arriving, correct? Yeah, I mean, he's going 50. That's not out of control. That's not reckless for a trained driver.
Whether intentionally or unintentionally, Daniel reported inaccurate information. He stated that the vehicle had been traveling at around 50 miles per hour, when in reality, it had reached approximately 74 miles per hour.
Yeah, lights and sirens. Yeah, well, there's some... Initially, he said she was in a crosswalk. There's a witness that says, no, she wasn't. But that witness could be different because I don't think she was thrown 40 feet either.
He also understated the distance Kandala's body had been thrown, reducing it from the actual 138 feet to only about 40 feet.
I think she went up on the hood, hit the windshield, then when he hit the brakes, flew off the car. But she is No, it's a regular person.
Even worse, in a remark that angered many people, Daniel laughed after saying that Candela was just a regular person.
But she is No, it's a regular person. Yeah, just write a check. Just yeah, $11,000. She was 26 anyway. She had limited value.
Daniel's next statement pushed public outrage to an entirely new level. It was no longer a question of professional conduct. It became a question of humanity. According to the recording, he said that all the city needed to do was send the victim's family a check for $11,000 and the matter would be resolved. He also made a cold and deeply insensitive remark, suggesting that the young woman's life had limited value because she was only 26 years old. Daniel's comments shocked many people because of the ethical issues they raised. As the conversation continued to cross the line, Daniel suddenly remembered that the body camera attached to his uniform was still recording. In an instant, he hurried to stop the recording, but what he may have forgotten or chosen to ignore was that the data from the device could not simply erase itself. In August 2023, investigators from the police department's Internal Affairs Division discovered the forgotten recording, leading to a formal investigation into Daniel's conduct. Many people found it hard to believe that someone holding such a high-ranking position could appear so cold and lacking in compassion. At memorials and protests, many people emphasized that Candula was not just a regular person. She represented hard work, determination, and hope. Born into an ordinary family in India, with a mother who worked as an elementary school teacher, Candula came to the United States to pursue her dreams. The opportunity came at a heavy cost, leaving her mother burdened with significant debt. To her family, America was the land of opportunity until tragedy struck.
Victim and her family that they're going to see and hear this video of them talking about their loved one like she's a piece of trash. What kind of person could laugh about somebody being hit and put a dollar amount on their life?
Following Candela's death, public outrage grew rapidly throughout the community. Many people called on prosecutors to file criminal charges against Officer Kevin. However, after a lengthy and controversial investigation, prosecutors concluded that Kevin would not face charges for reckless driving or any more serious offense. The decision left many people feeling frustrated and disappointed. Instead of criminal charges, Kevin received only a $5,000 administrative penalty for what was classified as second-degree negligent driving. What made matters worse was that the payment deadline passed, yet the fine had still not been paid. As for Detective Daniel, his disciplinary hearing was repeatedly postponed, while the police department remained silent as if nothing had happened. Once footage from Daniel's body camera became public, it sparked heated debates not only within Asian American communities, but across society as a whole. Public opinion quickly split into two camps. One side argued that Candela shared some responsibility because she chose to run across the street, increasing the likelihood of a collision. Others argued that Kevin's decision to drive at approximately 74 miles per hour, far above the 25 miles per hour speed limit, while not continuously using his siren, was unjustifiable, even during an emergency response. As for Daniel, many people were disturbed by the way his words appeared to dismiss the value of human life. Even if he considered it nothing more than a joke between colleagues, many argued that such indifference should never be viewed as normal, especially for someone entrusted with the responsibility of protecting others. From a legal standpoint, the case raised serious questions about police accountability, emergency vehicle operation, and professional conduct. Investigators examined whether Officer Kevin's speed, which reportedly reached nearly 74 miles per hour in a 25 miles per hour zone, complied with Washington state laws governing emergency responses. Authorities also reviewed whether his limited use of the siren affected public safety. Although prosecutors ultimately declined to file criminal charges, Kevin received an administrative penalty for negligent driving. Meanwhile, Detective Daniel faced scrutiny for allegedly providing inaccurate information and making remarks that many considered unethical, prompting an internal investigation into his conduct. Laughing at a lost life is pure evil, but nothing compares to our final mind-blowing case. A respected sheriff stepping into a judge's office to open fire.
Yeah. I'm not going to feel safe in a room here, but
we're not going to hurt you, Mickey.
Listen,
Why would
just like Anthony, I've known you for 20 years, but we're not going to hurt you.
Yeah.
That's why we have 2 body cams in.
They're going to beat on me and kill me.
What makes you think that?
On the afternoon of September 19th, 2024, in Letcher County, Kentucky, inside an old wooden office filled with the scent of books and coffee, Chief Judge Mullins was meeting with a local pastor, Sheriff Mickey Steins, widely regarded as a symbol of law and order, and several well-known members of the community. The conversation revolved around everyday matters, the church, family, and a little local government business. Their faces were relaxed, and light laughter echoed through the room. No one knew that just minutes later, this very place would become the center of a nightmare. As the clock struck noon, the group prepared to leave the office and head to a restaurant across from the courthouse. Sheriff Mickey Steins, claiming he had something to take care of, stood up and left first. Just minutes after leaving, Sheriff Mickey Steins returned and joined the group at the restaurant where Judge Mullins and the others were having lunch. He blended into the table like an old friend, and the atmosphere remained natural and cheerful. The contents of their lunch conversation have never been disclosed. However, according to one witness, there was a moment when Judge Mullins leaned forward and quietly said to Mickey, "Would you like to come back to my office and talk privately for a moment?" Lunch ended on a relaxed note. Mickey was the first to stand up, paid for his meal, and left the restaurant with the hurried demeanor of a man who still had duties waiting for him. He drove his patrol vehicle to take care of a brief matter before returning to the courthouse, a place where everything was about to change forever. When they returned to the office, they exchanged a few casual greetings. The remaining people gradually left, leaving only 2 men in the room, Sheriff Mickey Steins and Judge Mullins. According to the recorded footage, the conversation between the 2 men initially appeared completely natural, nothing more than ordinary small talk. Sheriff Mickey Steins picked up his phone and said he wanted to call his daughter, who was in high school, but after several attempts, he was unable to get through. He appeared confused and then asked to borrow Judge Mullins' phone to try again. Mullins did not hesitate. He immediately handed over the phone, a gesture that reflected the complete trust between 2 men who held significant authority within the same county. As Mickey entered only the first few digits, his daughter's full phone number automatically appeared on the screen. It revealed a disturbing detail. Judge Mullins' phone had previously been in contact with the sheriff's daughter, or at the very least, her contact information had already been saved. No one knows what ignited inside Mickey's mind after that. He tried calling again, but still no one answered. The silence on the other end of the line seemed to be the final straw. Suddenly, he slammed the phone onto the desk, jumped to his feet, and pulled back his jacket. A handgun flashed beneath the lights. The calm composure of the lawman vanished. In its place was a raw fury that no law could restrain. The moment he crossed the boundary of reason, Sheriff Mickey Steins drew the handgun from his side. His eyes turned cold as he approached Judge Mullen's desk. The judge looked up in surprise. Before he could react, Mickey sharply ordered him to sit down. Fear filled the room, and in that moment, every justification became meaningless. After several tense seconds, Mickey pulled the trigger. 9 shots rang out in rapid succession. 7 of them struck the judge's body after he had already collapsed onto the cold tile floor. The gunfire shook the entire building. Employees rushed into the hallways in panic, some making phone calls, others crying, and only the echo of violence remained. After the shooting, Mickey did not run. He walked outside slowly, as if he had just completed a routine administrative task. His expression was so calm that witnesses could hardly believe what had just happened. When Kentucky State Police received reports that Judge Mullins had been shot inside his office, officers immediately surrounded the area. But the shooter, ironically, was already standing among their own ranks. In surveillance footage, Mickey can be seen walking back and forth directly in front of the state troopers who had just arrived at the scene. No one suspected him. Because he was someone they trusted, professional familiarity became a curtain, hiding the truth. Then, as if pulled by an irresistible force of fate, Mickey turned around and walked back into the courthouse. In that moment, he closed the final door on his former life. Moments later, Mickey placed the gun on the ground, raised both hands, and shouted through the hallway, "I'm the one who shot the judge." Outside, state police were still spreading out around the courthouse, searching for a suspect described as armed and dangerous, completely unaware that the man they were looking for was standing right among them. Only when someone recognized that familiar face did the truth finally come crashing down. The man responsible was the sheriff of Letcher County himself, the same man who had led countless criminal investigations. He was handcuffed on the spot as his colleagues looked on in complete disbelief. Let's take a closer look at that moment through Bodycam footage, the most impartial, yet loyal witness of the modern era.
So,
I believe you, Mickey.
okay. We're going to have to remove him from the hallway. We're going to finish a sweep and we need to move him somewhere.
Okay. Probably not to put you in Letcher County Jail. I mean,
Why?
Just probably because, I don't know though. I don't know if that's happening.
I don't mind to be down there.
You don't mind to be down there?
They'll put me in a
Well, I mean,
cell.
we'll talk about that, you know.
Because Mickey was not only the sheriff, but also the administrator of the county jail, state police were forced to make a special decision. He would not be held in the facility he once controlled to avoid the risk of retaliation or information leaks. Instead, he was transferred to a state detention facility where every officer becomes equal, reduced to just another number in the inmate records.
Do you understand the rights?
What are you saying?
Do you understand the rights?
I can't hear you.
Okay, I'll speak up louder. Listen to me, okay? You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to an attorney to have one present during any questioning. If you cannot afford an attorney, one may be appointed to you before any question. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. Do you understand these rights? Okay. Keeping these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to me now? You had told me earlier you was ready to talk about it. Nikki, you know me. I would never do anything to you or her. Is that what you're worried? Is that
officer escort? Because at some point you're leaving this building.
Is that what you're worried about?
I want as many officers as you can get to take me somewhere.
Well,
downstairs to the jail here.
We can make that.
Downstairs to the jail here. It will put me in a single cell. I've seen it done with officials in the past before that's committed crimes. I can be in protective custody down there in a single cell out front.
You feel safe in the Letcher County Jail?
If you feel safe in the Letcher County Jail, I mean, we can talk to everybody about
that's
this.
fine. We're trying to keep your best interest.
We was just worried about you.
Feel safe in population. Where are you going to take me to then? And who's going to take me?
I would take you.
We don't know that yet. But you have to leave this courthouse.
Mickey, I would take you. You know me. We've known each other our whole lives. You know I'm not going to do anything to you. What's going on? What happened?
Now, come on, guys.
No, you're.
No, come on.
Come on, Mickey. Nothing.
No, now.
Well, there's 2 body cams running, Mickey. It's all recorded, and there's a digital recorder running. That will be, look. It'll show you that it's running. Look.
Come on now, guys.
No, look, Mickey. We've known each other a long time. Look, it is recording.
During transport, Mickey appeared like a man who no longer trusted anyone. He constantly looked around, his eyes filled with anxiety and his hands visibly trembling. Mickey told the officers accompanying him that he feared he might be taken care of along the way and that his life could be threatened by people wearing the same uniform he once wore. Although state police repeatedly reassured him that everything was being recorded on body cameras, the fear in his eyes never seemed to fade.
That one's recording. Clayton has a backup recorder running.
Oh, now come on, guys. What?
Oh, yeah. Let's slow down.
We can't talk in the hallway of the courthouse.
Yeah, there's people here.
We don't want to.
I mean, there's people in that room. There's people in that room.
Yeah.
We can't do that.
So what's the problem? I mean,
I'll get another one. I'll put one on me. You want that? Will that be okay? But I can't be in the room.
Guys, come on.
Mickey.
Come on.
Is there somebody that you trust other than us that you would prefer to be with us?
Mickey, we've known each other our whole lives. I'm not going to let anything happen to you. I have no reason.
Come on now, guys.
Mickey,
get me to the jail safely, fair.
You have to be moved at some point.
Would you talk to us in the jail down there? Do you feel safe down there because there's cameras everywhere?
Are you going to move me after the interview?
Yeah.
I'm not going to feel safe in a room here, but
we're not going to hurt you, Mickey. Listen, why would just like Anthony, I've known you for 20 years, but we're not going to hurt you.
Yeah.
That's why we have 2 body cams and a digital recorder running, Bub. I promise you.
I ain't got nothing.
I know that, but that ain't what we're worried about, Bub. We just can't talk in the hallway of the courthouse. Plus, there's people looking. We need to go somewhere out of here.
Pull my pockets inside out.
We paid you down.
No, pull my pockets inside out. Now, guys, y'all don't do me this way.
In one particularly strange moment, Mickey even asked officers to thoroughly check their own pockets and turn them inside out in front of the cameras. He said he wanted to prevent any possibility of being falsely accused of possessing a weapon and becoming an excuse for a stray bullet.
What do you think? We're going to do contraband? Okay, here.
Well, yeah, we'll pull them out.
I'm sorry. We're not going to do anything. That's the least of our worries. Did you get that other one?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Mickey, if we went down to the jail where there's cameras, if us 3 walked down there and we was in cameras there, would you talk to us then? I mean,
what is it you want? Explain that.
If we go down to the jail, I got my camera on, Clayton's got his camera on. We walk down to the jail where there's cameras going. all the time. Will you talk to us there? Will you feel safe there?
No, I'm not going to feel safe.
Well, will you feel safer there than going back here?
Well, what do you think we're going to do to you, Mickey? We just want to talk to you.
Where would you like to talk at? You said you just want to talk a while ago. Where would you like to talk at?
Chair's right
Just
here.
tell us
Take
what-
that holster off of me. Take that holster off of me.
Okay. Yeah.
I ain't got nothing.
Hold on, I got. There's two things. Would you talk right here? If we pulled up some chairs, we'll just talk low. We're just trying not to let everybody hear stuff and see everything.
I don't care if everybody hears. I just don't feel safe.
Okay. Well, here you should feel safe. There's cameras here. There's people everywhere. People in there. So if we pull up some chairs right here, would you talk to us right here?
And transport. Guys, now give me a fair trial. Come on, make sure I get somewhere safe and give me a fair trial.
You will. But, we got to know the information, what led to this. And you know that. Because there's a lot more to this story than what just happened, I'm sure.
Oh, wow.
So we want to hear. Well, have a seat right there. And we'll sit right here.
If I can see my daughter in person here.
Before you leave. Is that what you want?
At the jail.
At the jail.
Yep. At the jail, through the screen, on the phone, I want to see my daughter in person. And then after that, I'll tell you everything. At that jail.
Well,
in front of cameras. Video recording.
Where's your daughter at?
Huh?
How do we track her down? Now, Mickey, I want to kind of, for your daughter, let's talk about this, for your daughter, okay? If she finds out that her dad is being arrested for shooting the judge, and she's in high school. I didn't know how old she was, so I didn't know. So she's in high school. What is she, a senior? That's going to be hard.
She will want to see me. She will want. Now, come on, guys, be fair to me now.
I am being fair. That's the only thing I just wanted you to think about that. How is she 18?
Be fair to me now, guys.
Well, hold on. Is she 18? If she's not 18, we're going to ask your wife. We have to ask your wife if it's okay. You know that. Is she 18? Tell me about your day.
It was fine.
Good day? Normal stuff? Office stuff? Why was you over here at the courthouse? Was you had to come over here, drop off some papers, so you come over here to talk to somebody?
Court? Come over here all the time, man.
For court?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Nobody's going to
beat on me and kill me.
What makes you think that? Nobody is going to beat on you. 100%. Nothing will happen to you.
You gonna do something to me?
No.
Yeah.
Why do you think I'm going to do something?
Somebody. Okay, KSP,
Listen. I will stick with you until you get to whatever jail you go to. Okay, whether it's down here, as soon as you get in your cell, I'll be out there. Okay, but I'll give you my word, nothing is going to happen to you. Okay, you've known me. I ain't gonna let nothing happen to you. Nobody's gonna do anything.
Sean Mickey Steins, once the head of law enforcement in Letcher County, Kentucky, and a man who knew every corner of the jail he oversaw, suddenly found himself on the other side of the justice system. He became a defendant in a case that shocked the entire region after being arrested in connection with the death of Judge Mullins. Several days after being taken into custody, people close to Mickey reported that he no longer seemed to recognize where he was, a condition that his defense attorneys described as evidence of mental impairment at the time of the offense. They have since requested that his sealed psychological evaluation be unsealed and made public. At the age of 44, Mickey was being held without bond on a charge of first-degree murder. He formally pleaded not guilty in November 2024, although the death penalty remains a possible outcome if prosecutors ultimately secure a conviction on the charge. Although no publicly available medical diagnosis has confirmed the existence of a mental disorder, many colleagues and friends stated that his behavior changed noticeably in the days leading up to the shooting. They described increasing insomnia, paranoia, and anxiety, conditions that the defense argues were directly linked to to the pressure of a civil lawsuit weighing heavily on him. That lawsuit alleged that Mickey failed to conduct an adequate investigation into misconduct by Deputy Ben Fields, who later entered a plea agreement with prosecutors and received a prison sentence. However, the civil case continued, and just 3 days before the judge was shot, Mickey appeared in court to testify. Witnesses said that in the period leading up to the incident, he frequently spoke about people who were trying to harm his wife and daughter, though he never identified exactly who they were. One day before the shooting, he visited a doctor seeking treatment for insomnia. Medical records noted that he appeared depressed, but denied having any suicidal or violent intentions. His attorneys, however, argued that he was experiencing acute stress. During the preliminary court proceedings, both sides remained silent regarding a possible motive. One investigator noted that Mickey's daughter's phone number appeared in Judge Mullen's communication records. However, she denied having any relationship with the judge, and no evidence of phone calls or text messages has been publicly presented. Mickey has requested that his trial be held in Letcher County. Prosecutors opposed the request, arguing that both the defendant and the victim are too well known within the community, raising serious concerns about whether a fair and impartial trial could be conducted there. The case remains ongoing. To the public, it is the story of the downfall of a powerful man. Yet one question remains unanswered. Were the fears that Mickey repeatedly spoke about merely the product of paranoia? Or were they pointing toward the darker pieces of a scandal that has yet to be fully uncovered? From a legal standpoint, the case centers on a charge of first-degree murder, which requires prosecutors to prove that the killing was intentional and premeditated. Sheriff Sean Mickey Steins has pleaded not guilty and is being held without bond while awaiting trial. His defense team argues that he was suffering from significant mental distress at the time of the shooting, raising questions about his mental state and criminal responsibility. Prosecutors, however, maintain that the evidence supports a deliberate act. Additional legal issues include venue selection, potential jury bias, and whether psychological evaluations should be made public during the proceedings. From a legal standpoint, these cases expose severe fractures in the U.S. justice system. The Fourth Amendment strictly protects citizens against unreasonable searches and excessive force, demanding all police actions remain reasonable and necessary. Yet, this line is frequently crossed. From civil rights violations and emergency vehicle negligence to failing the duty of care for vulnerable individuals and even premeditated first-degree murder, these tragedies highlight the urgent fight for police accountability. When officers break the laws they swore to uphold, no badge should grant absolute immunity.